Hello everybody, Nintendo showed off some footage of the brand new Slosher, which I am very excited for. But more importantly, from this footage we can figure out what the Sorella Brella's kit is, and oh boy, do we need to talk about it. It has Auto Bomb and Inkjet. Yeah, that's really good. Now to explain why this is such a big upgrade from the vanilla kit, we need to talk about that vanilla kit and why it's something. So for the vanilla Splat Brella, Sprinkler, it's fine. I don't really think Sprinkler is necessarily bad. It's not a great sub, all it really does is paint, but it paints pretty well, I will admit. And this would be fine on Brella if it had a good special to build up to, like it did in Splatoon 2. And while Brella does technically have a good special, it's just not a good special on Brella. Back in Splatoon 2, both of the specials that Brella had were specials that could be used with the main weapon. The Ink Storm could combo with Brella's inconsistent damage, and the Spot Bomb launcher on the Sorella Brella made running down this bomb launcher much trickier than any other. Besides maybe Fire Fin. Anyway, these were synergistic with the main weapon since Brella is built around having its shield up all of the time. So wouldn't it be a shame if it had a special which is supposed to be used farther back, because you're super vulnerable. And the reason you're vulnerable is because you can't use your main weapon. Like imagine they gave Brella Stingray in Splatoon 2. Sure, Stingray is quite good in Splatoon 2, but it clashes so incredibly hard with Brella's playstyle that it would never work with Brella. Wait a minute. Yeah, Tri-Strike is kind of all of that. Alongside this, Tri-Strike you can't even swim with, and the special isn't even crazy good like Stingray was. It's just kinda whatever. So because Sprinkler is building up to a special that's not good on Brella because it requires you to not use your Brella, the Sprinkler is not good, the Tri-Strike is not good, yeah, this kit is really bad. So I mean, the new kit has a pretty low bar to pass. So did it? I sure think so. For the sub-weapon, it has the tried and true Auto Bomb. It had this in Splatoon 2, and while it's not the best bomb in the game, it's still a bomb, with some great utility. And it's also pretty cheap, only costing 55% of the ink tank, which is really good on a super ink hungry weapon. Oh yeah, this is ink hungry! The sub-weapon was very good for Brella in Splatoon 2, and you can bet it'll still be good in Splatoon 3. Alright, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Inkjet. Now, unless you've not run into any ballpoints lately, you should know that Inkjet is pretty good right now. It's maybe not the very best special in the game anymore since the slight nerf it received recently, but it's still one of the best specials in the game. It's just very good at killing squids. It's just that simple. But will it be good on Brella? Since, as we know, it's totally possible for a good special to be on Brella and not be good. Yes, it's going to be very good on Brella. Let me explain. While the special can't be used with the main weapon at the same time, the special synergizes a lot with Brella in other areas. Brella really likes to play around cover a lot, since it is a safe area to drop your shield, which you need to do eventually in a fight, otherwise you're going to launch your shield. And you know what else likes to play around cover? Inkjet. If you play around cover with Inkjet, you can keep your recall safe, and you can get on the top of cover to get a high viewpoint over your opponents. It's kinda like how the Inkjet is pretty good on the Tri-Slosher, since Tri-Slosher already likes to play under ledges, and while Brella doesn't quite like to play under ledges the same way Tri-Slosher does, it can play around cover, which is close enough. The special also pairs really well with Brella since the special is very aggressive and likes to take aggressive positions, which Brella also does. And as a nice little bonus, as you know, Brella can shield its super jump, and so it should also be able to shield its recall point. So you should be able to put your recalls in more risky areas than other weapons, if the weapon decides to work properly. And one last point for synergy, this kit is one of the type of kits that I like to call the location and chase 'em kits. You have a sub that'll locate people, and then you can chase them with an aggressive special, much like the Heavy Deco or the Slosher Deco. So this Brella is a huge step up from its vanilla kit, and if the main weapon gets more lag fixing and buffs, we could actually see a Splat Brella be pretty decent again. Still, probably not even close to being meta, but for us Brella enjoyers, it will be very fun. Until then, I think this kit is probably going to sit around the lower end of mid-tier, if you're curious on my thoughts. Well, what do you guys think about the Brella kit? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. My name is CATLOAFMAN, and I will see you in the next one.